Ladies and gentlemen, live from T-Briz Studios, it's the Adult Baby Show.
I'm a sweet boy.
I'll let a girl suck any part of me. I mean, honestly.
It's just in my mouth, just.
Oh, like, I'll try anything once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except getting to work on time.
You just ruined my day. Fuck your day.
Oh, let's get the feet involved.
It's not a nut. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud with you.
Some people
Yeah.
are absolutely
Uh-huh.
disgusted by me.
He ain't lying.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Adult Babies Podcast, episode 287. I am B.
I'm Chick.
I'm Ryan.
And we got a very special guest in the house. Second time on?
Second time.
Ky-
Maybe third.
Maybe third. Kyle Mara. You're back.
I'm back. Thanks for having me. It's been a long
Yeah.
time coming. I'm excited
Yeah.
to see the new space.
How do you like it?
Oh, it's awesome.
You're like a lights, camera, action guy.
Sure, let's go with that. I don't know.
You're very Hollywood. You're wearing sunglasses right now, you know?
Hey, you know, it's my
good
new.
look. It looks
it's
good
my
on
new
camera, I can
I
tell
personality.
you.
like it.
I'm
I
looking
like
at the
it.
camera. It looks great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the blue lenses. I feel like are popping.
Yeah, they are.
I'm
Who
excited
makes-
to see the best of LI plaque.
Yeah, yeah. This is a plaque right here that we got. It's very important to us because we are the best podcast on Long Island. Okay.
And we
for
had the
this year.
magazine came out officially.
Yes.
And we left it in my car, but we'll get it up here.
Yeah, the magazine is nice. And then tomorrow we have the big dinner.
Hopefully they let us in.
Yeah, you don't think? See, you now you're scaring me.
Nah, I just they said, yeah, you got tickets, but I'm like, I didn't get any tickets. So hopefully you just show up and give them your name, and
Yeah.
they have all our names.
We
so
don't have physical
it should be
tickets,
fine.
but we think
I'm
we
so
got
annoyed.
approval.
I wanted to bring. I was gonna put lavalier mics on all of us, and just we walk around with lavalier mics all
yeah,
night, and
yeah,
then just
well-
whatever it catches, it catches. But I can't. I have two sets of. It comes with two mics, and I bought two. I have four lavalier mics, but I can't find a set of them.
I
And
can
I'm-
get. I have access to other ones.
like the Rode,
Yeah.
those Rode ones,
The square
I
ones?
I have four mics for those, but there's a set kicking around somewhere I can't find anywhere. I don't know how well it's going to sound. Like it
Right.
might be loud there, so you might not be able to pick up anything. The other option was bringing that whole thing I have and just bringing like microphones and walking around with them.
like a
That seemed
light
like it
and
would be,
I
yeah.
think that'd be funny since
think
we
just
are the
having, like-
podcast. You know,
bring that and just make it look like
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know,
cause a little bit of a scene.
You're making. I am a lights, camera, action guy. Because speaking of those square road mics, it drives me crazy when I see content people just like wear it on their shirt, like they have like a pacemaker outside their
Yeah,
shirt. It's
yeah.
like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
get the mic, put it in your pocket, do it the real way.
Yeah.
And just like they're wearing like a bow tie. It drives me crazy.
I have one. If I'm ever wearing one, like if I ever like a couple times I've worn them during sets. I have the small mic that you link to it,
Yes.
and then so you can hardly see it. But I only have one of those, so I would wear that.
These guys would be with the big square.
Yeah,
on.
but also it's like we're not really going to be videotaping. It's going to be mostly just audio, unless occasionally we pull up the. But I agree with that. I
Yeah,
hate those
on
big
the
chunky blocks.
But now-
spend an extra $80. You get the long actual lavalier mic. You hook that into it, and it looks nice.
Now I have a question. So we use that for the Jack and Brendan show. We have them showing just because the show is a vlog, so people know. Like the microphones are,
You had it in that?
yeah. But with the square ones, if you put it like if you hide it, it like gets
If you don't
scratchy.
do it right,
Maybe we're not doing it right.
you got to put it in a spot that it's not going to do that. You got to put the windscreen on it. You
But
gotta-
we're outside a lot.
Yeah, well,
That's why he said the windscreen.
Yeah. It depends. It's not that big a deal.
No.
I think people now just understand that that's what.
What about when people hold the tiny little
Yeah, I
microphones?
don't
Does
like
that
that,
bother
yeah.
you?
That bothers me.
That's more of an
That
aesthetic.
doesn't bother you.
It's like
Yeah.
a choice that they're
It's a
doing. Isn't this
choice,
funny?
yeah.
Isn't this funny that I'm doing this?
This
I've
is,
also seen now they sell like handles for those big blocky ones, and
Oh,
like they
okay.
actually people like they use them like they attach to a handle, and like you can just like when you're interviewing people, you hold the road.
The
mic.
road ones?
Yeah.
you know what it feels like ultimately is, you know how like now streamers are becoming like cable again. Mm-hmm. It's just like we had the right setup for miking, and we're like, because no one knows is like trained in what they're doing. It's just like we're reverse engineering how things are done.
Yeah.
So it's like we're just out of nowhere now. We just have these very unsightly mics on people, and
Yeah.
and they're getting millions of views, so no one's caring about it.
Nobody
So it's just gonna keep on going.
Yeah.
So you do a lot of the audio video stuff for your podcast?
I do it all.
Yeah,
Do
it looks
all.
good.
Thank you.
So
Appreciate
nice job. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It looks like you maybe have a little more space than this. Do you have like a
I'd say just the same
Yeah.
amount. I'm a little handcuffed. I have a weird couch that It's a tight space.
It's in your. You do it in your place.
yeah,
You
my
have a place.
apartment. Yeah, apartment. Yeah.
I feel it's probably around the same space as
Yeah.
this. Yeah, it's
Well, you're only doing 2 people. You usually only have 2 people.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
We're going in one direction. We have to go in multiple directions here.
Right,
It's
no.
cross fire of lights and cameras. It makes it an
It's a
extra-
lot.
Yeah.
Listen, you earned your producer credits on this.
I didn't get
number
best
one.
producer on Long Island. I got
We'll get that
Well,
done
it's-
next year.
it's-
Was there a producer category?
I don't think
If there is, we're
We'll
gonna
make
start.
I
one.
don't think
We'll
they go
get
that
it.
deep into podcasting. Like I think the fact that they have a best podcast category, we're lucky.
They have a best BLT. They have everything.
Do they
Like,
really?
yeah, I was reading the paper on the way here, and it's like the best BLT, the best tuna sandwich. Like what the hell?
How many years? So sometimes you walk by a storefront and it says "Best of Long Island 2012," and you go like that, and then that's it. You're
Yeah.
like, how long until you have to start taking those things down?
I realized that they probably paid so much money to have them up that
That's
they're
what it
not
is.
taking them
But,
down.
but doesn't
like-
that look bad if you're like, yeah, but we won 12 years ago, and like, okay, so what happened since then? You're not any good
I think
anymore.
there's 2 things. One shows that at one time you were good. so there's
that's
that
bad.
credibility.
That's not
And then
good,
there's
though.
the other, exactly, that it's like, what happened since?
I'd have
What
to
have you
put like,
done
I'd
for
have
me
to like
lately?
write a caveat like we haven't applied since.
Yeah.
just so you know.
That's
like,
what.
we're not-
That's what you.
yeah.
Well, I'd rather have someone just say best in 2012 as opposed to I see a lot of like best in 2013, 2014, 2015. It's like
Those
Well,
years.
then what the hell?
Yeah.
happened?
Those off
That's
years.
when it's concerning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 year is like we learned how pricey it was. 3 years you
Yeah.
just look cheap, or you took a serious nosedive.
Yeah. Well, I went to there's I don't know if it's called TOA, TOA, Taste of Asian. Have you guys?
Yeah, right. And by you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a number of them though. There's
Oh,
like
yeah,
chain-
there's a few
I
of
don't know
them.
if it's a chain, but
It's-
it's a popular name at least
It's
for
like
a sushi place.
yeah, there's 3 or 4 of them on Long Island.
Yeah.
But I went there last week or a couple weeks ago, and as I was walking in, they had like last year's signage.
Yeah.
And they were tossing it and throwing it in the garbage, and I'm like, do you know how much that cost?
Yeah.
Just from almost getting one.
Now, I wonder if one location wins it. I guess they just get the name gets it, right? Then they can put that in
I guess so.
all the locations.
Yeah,
right?
because I've seen it'll say like so and so and multiple locations, so it's just the name.
That place is good. I would vote for that place. That was one of my
It's
favorite
good.
sushi places
Yeah,
I've ever been
it's
to.
good.
Yeah,
I'm
on Long
not-
Island,
I'm
yeah.
not
But
a
what if they
sushi
started the
guy.
podcast? Would you vote for them then? That's
That's competition. That's competition. I'm not a sushi guy, which I want to be a sushi guy. That's a whole different story. I love the way it
aspire.
looks. I aspire, but I like the little sweet potato rolls because it
that what
makes
you-
me feel like I'm eating a sushi,
That's all you can do.
and that's all I could do. I've
Do
done.
you use a chopstick?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
soy sauce.
Of course.
By the way, now I've stopped eating meat. I eat fish every now and again, but I try not to eat fish. So I'm a big sweet potato tempura.
It's good.
And peanut avocado roll. That's my
Peanut
go-to rolls
avocado
now.
too. Yeah.
But I do I missed the fish part of it. So I'm an actual sushi.
Yeah, you're a
eater.
sushi guy.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you're cheating when you eat sushi or certain Chinese foods with a fork as opposed to the what do they call them?
Well,
Chopsticks?
sushi's easier.
Only if I'm with Asian people. I feel like with whites, I could care less.
With the whites.
Couldn't care less.
If I'm eating it at home, I fork it up. So maybe even use my hands. But if I'm out at a restaurant, I'm trying to do the
Even sushi?
chopsticks. Yeah.
Because sushi, I think, is actually easier to eat with chopsticks.
Eh.
I think if you try jabbing
Yeah,
at
you know,
sushi
they
with a
fall
fork,
apart
it starts
with the
falling
fork.
apart.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to squeeze that son of a gun up.
I guess you're
Dip it-
right.
If you're dipping it in the sauce too, that's as soon as you liquefy that, that's
Yeah, right.
Now
You
we're
get the
dealing with
little-
a-
Here's
Yeah,
a serious
does get
question for you.
loose.
This could divide the room. When dipping sushi in soy sauce, do you go flat side in or rounded side in?
Wait.
Yeah.
Flat side, like I try to get as much cover surface.
So you're going flat.
Yeah.
So if you dropped it in, it'd be flat on top.
I belly flat myself in there.
So I agree with you too, but sometimes I feel like I get too much soy sauce, so I go on the side, and I
Yeah.
got called out for going on the side recently. So I just
Was that disrespectful?
I don't know. They were
I heard-
Japanese, so
Do
they
you
could have been
put
right.
your do you put your wasabi in the soy sauce and mix it up and then
no
then dip it?
wasabi, no spicy
wasabi
food
at
in
all?
public. Yeah,
No spicy food in public?
yeah, I'm a sweater.
Okay.
I eat wings alone. It's,
All
in a
right.
dark room by himself.
Yeah, no, I sweat too. I sweat during hot food,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I power through it. Yeah, it's never stopped me from having a good night.
By the way, while we're on food, real quick, starting to get my taste back.
Nice. Are you off the medicine?
Off the medicine.
Taste is coming back. That's very
Taste is
promising.
coming back.
I was worried you were going to get bad news. You're going to be off the medicine, and then you're like, no, this was permanent. You just didn't know.
I
This is fantastic.
Is it happening slowly, or was it like one day you stopped
it's slowly
and it was
happening.
like boom, I
it's
taste?
slowly happening. But I got a hint of ketchup the other day, and that was very exciting.
Nice.
Hint of ketchup.
Are you finding that you're disliking things that you used to like? Are they changed?
Well, here's the thing. I'm trying. Here's my problem is this. I had what I felt was maybe a reaction to this medicine, which they say is impossible. But my lip, I've been getting, see this right here?
Oh yeah.
This happened like 2 days before your special, which I was nervous. I blew up. I started blowing up on my chin. And I've been getting like these almost like acne things. It feels like little balls. So I was like, I went to my parents. Anyway, my dad said maybe you should chill out. Maybe the toxicity level is. And then I spoke to the doctor, and they also agreed. Because I'm like 3 or 4 months away from a year anyway.
Yeah.
But now what I'm worried, now that I'm getting my taste back, I don't. What if I gain all the weight? You know what I mean? Because I'm like excited to eat again. Like you just said wings, and I'm like, man, I can go for some wings.
But now is the time. I think about this a lot. Like, if you ever like, you're in a position where now is the time to like really set some good habits.
You're right.
And get going in the right path.
I agree, but the problem is when you haven't tasted stuff in so while, you're like, I want to get back in there. I just want to remember.
Give yourself 2 days a week to eat what you want.
That's a good idea.
And
You're
then you
gonna
can,
be
and
a fat
and then you,
fuck
and
by
then
the
you can look
summer.
forward to that. Listen, I'm
don't want it.
struggling right now. Like I had
Are
a
you?
great January. I dieted. I've been eating everything I want. I went away for the week. I just had nothing but food, donuts.
Where were you, South Carolina?
But you're
North-
still not
north of
eating
South
meat though.
Carolina.
You're hanging.
I'm not eating meat, but yeah, the problem is pasta and chocolate is not meat. I've been eating everything that you shouldn't be eating. I'd be a lot healthier if I could eat meat. If I was eating meat.
So you think that this is working negatively for you?
I'm not
This-
doing it for the health purposes.
Oh, that's
I'm just
right,
doing
you
it for I care for animals too much.
Yes.
So
No, that's right. You said
If
that.
I was, yeah.
I
So
care
it's-
for animals too, but I love steaks.
So do I. But I
So-
just got. It was too much of a not.
Do you feel better about
hypocrite.
yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I feel like when I see an animal, I'm like, oh my god. When I feel like a cow, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so cute. I don't feel like, but you eat the thing. What? Like, yeah, but would you kill it? Would you go up and kill that thing and eat it? No, I wouldn't. So why are you eating it?
Do you not like other animals killing each other for survival?
Well, that's nature, isn't it?
But you don't consider us eating animals nature.
I think we've advanced to the point where it's unnecessary for us to kill animals.
Fair
to
enough.
eat.
Okay.
And
Fair
I
enough.
don't.
No,
you
I know you don't.
it's-
You're not
yeah,
throwing
I'm not-
any stones at us. I was just curious.
I feel like
I feel
I feel
better.
like he's throwing stones at us.
I don't. No, I don't.
I did go to a number of vegan restaurants over my trip, and I think that it's getting easier and easier to eat what you want. I had a chicken sandwich that you would not be able to tell that it was not a chicken sandwich.
Really?
Chicken tenders,
What are they?
Great. It's different things. Some of it's I think ones I had were probably mushroom based.
Okay.
Like a mushroom root.
But does it taste like
root
mushroom?
based.
It doesn't taste like mushroom?
No, and like it peels apart like a chicken. It looks like a yeah.
Interesting.
The texture is a big thing for
Yeah,
me.
well, this texture is great. I'm telling you.
All
Texture, I had a 5-piece chicken tender and fries. It was some of the best chicken tenders I ever had. No meat.
Really? Some of the best you've had.
Yeah.
Would they win an award?
I don't know.
Chicken
Well,
tender?
Well, is that considered a chicken tender now?
No,
Without the chicken?
they misspell it. You know, it's always like
In 10 years, we'll be we'll be mean to ourselves for misgendering the chicken now. When they have a proper name in a couple decades.
Yes.
But right now, they're chicken tenders, all right? And we don't give a fuck about them complaining about it.
What do they go? Wait, so they changed their like.
on the menu it'll say like CHIXN or CHIC.
They can't technically call
CKN. Yeah, like they do something cute where it's like it's not actually chicken. Yeah.
Interesting. So you think this is going to be? You don't foresee yourself going back to meat?
This year I'm not going to do any meat.
Okay.
I think maybe next year I'm going to do like if I'm away and something cool comes up, I'm not going to because like I was
Yeah.
in Charleston, and one of my favorite barbecue places in Charleston. My buddy was like, "Oh, we got to go to Lewis," and I'm like, "Can't do it." I'm like, "Not this year." He's like, "You kidding me?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Yeah, I can't go." So if I do that, like when in Rome, like if I'm in Philly,
I gotcha.
if
I
I'm in
gotcha.
Philly, and I'm like a cheesesteak comes across my way, I'm like, I'm
You
gonna eat
gotta
that.
do it, yeah.
But
Okay.
just like if I eat 12 meat dishes in the course of a year, I'll still feel pretty good about myself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought you meant like if they came out with a new meat, you'd we're like human is in.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I would try human. I would try human if
Yeah.
I became.
I would
a thing.
feel less guilty about eating a human.
Yeah.
than
You know why?
another
Because
animal.
they deserve it.
Yeah,
they
animals,
deserve
nothing,
it.
Nothing.
But I can't see myself ever eating a human unless it's in a dire emergency.
You would be the human that we eat.
I would listen. If I die, eat me.
Would you want to eat like pure grade A, like death row inmate, or do you want like an Ivy Leaguer meat? Like, what do you want to eat?
Well, I hate to say this, but yeah, I would like an Ivy Leaguer.
Okay.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that.
I think I would want the fatter of the two.
Oh, I like a lean meat, so I wouldn't go for.
Oh, that's true. I don't necessarily want.
I
it
just feel like-
fatty. I probably would rather the leaner meat.
It's
So
cleaner.
I think. Oh, the thing is, you'd think death row inmate is like the chuck. It's just like the. It's not like you like the chuck meat, you know, like.
Right.
But at the same time, they got to be pretty lean if they're on death row. So
I guess so,
Do
but
they though?
they're all eating like awful food. So like what you are is what you eat.
I need a
right?
grass-fed
Yeah.
human.
you want a vegan?
you got right.
want a vegan. I think I want
All
a
right,
vegan.
Ryan, it is.
How ironic is that? How are you human, but they got to be vegan?
Ryan, are you free range as well? I want you to be able to
I haven't
run
left this
in-
room all day, so not really.
All right.
I definitely don't want my humans with mental issues. I want a good, like a normal human.
Right. I feel like if I did eat you, I'd start
Yeah,
feeling
you don't want to eat me.
starting feeling down about myself. Showing up for work late and shit.
I'd rather eat a mentally.
You get mad chick disease.
That would be the ultimate embarrassment as a legacy, is that people got sick from eating you.
Yeah, you started the
You
pandemic.
started the
It's a new pandemic. Oh
Yeah,
God.
you
Chiffin.
bit the head off a chuck in Farmingdale, and
Half the world died.
So that would be my advice to you. I feel like I'm trying to get on that pace.
All
Like
right.
have 1 day or 2 days a week where I have dessert and I have whatever I want. Because if you have something to look forward to, maybe that'll keep you on track the rest of the
Right.
days.
That's a good idea.
And then you're not gonna like if you work you're physical enough throughout the day
Yeah.
to handle that.
Yeah, I could do it.
Yeah.
in September I did. I have a real sweets problem, like a
That's
serious
me, Jack.
sweets problem.
That's me, Jack.
Same him.
So what I did was in September, the second Sunday. So it was 2 Sundays in September, the 14th and the 28th, whatever it was. That's when I just like pigged out. But that was the best month of I felt incredible. Though there was no sweets except for those on Sundays.
Yeah.
And then October, November, December, it just disintegrated into like every week, every
Yeah.
5 days,
yeah.
and it's just like now I'm just back to full on pig mode. And ever since I did this album on Wednesday, I am like
I saw
just
you posted a photo of 3 donuts after
at
it.
1
hilarious.
a.m. Yeah, I just went. Yeah,
I think that's my problem. I have nothing. I'm great at dieting when I have something to diet for. I have nothing to diet for now. Although I did want to be like, thinner. You're going down south. You want to be able to wear fun clothes. So I didn't lose a lot of weight for the trip, which was it wasn't enough ago. I needed like a wedding, or I need something where I'm going to be on film for like a but so like a special. That's a great.
but you know what? I'm great until 3 days before something, and then I just fall off the
that's
fucking.
Really?
Because I'm a big justifier. Like I found these I'm a big unsweetened iced tea guy, and that really keeps me going when I'm dieting.
Yeah.
But I found these iced teas that were like it was sort of like the Seinfeld episode where like it was not really fat free ice cream.
Yeah.
It was not really
Yeah.
sugar free iced tea, and I just like. Yeah, you can have 1 and be fine, or 2, but I had like 6 a day
Who
for
makes
3
these
days.
iced teas?
It was the guys that made the Honest Tea. You guys, Honest Tea went under. Do you guys know this?
Did it? I liked Honest
For
Tea.
2
Never
years
heard of
now.
honesty.
So,
What?
yeah.
I feel like I've been drinking them.
Were they lying all this time?
There may be some backstocks. I Googled. It's like some stores still say you can buy it, but it's one of those things. It's like if you ever like try to buy a discontinued product online, you can buy it until they put the order in and they realize like, oh, we don't have this anymore.
Okay.
So but there may be there's still kids Honest Tea juice boxes. Maybe that's what
I'm
you're
not drinking juice boxes. All right.
You have nieces and nephews.
So what's the name of this new tea? because I love tea, unsweetened, but I had a tea that sounds like what you're describing recently.
You know what? The name.
You don't remember the
the
name.
name escapes me, but the branding was very similar.
Was
to
it a
Honest
sun?
Tea. There was a blue and green sun on top of the black cap. I think it was just called Honestly. It's the new subsidiary. Like I did a deep dive on this. Honest Tea was bought by Coca-Cola, and then Coca-Cola, because of the pandemic in 2022, after like a down year or so, they shedded 200 companies they bought.
They did.
Honest Tea being one of them.
Oh, you
But
were in
then-
the beverage business, you know.
So, but the Honest Tea kids juice boxes are still around. But what annoyed me though, they got rid of fucking Honest Tea, which was awesome,
Yeah.
for Golden Peak. Golden Peak is that's like gas station.
I don't love
iced tea.
Golden
Gas,
Peak.
the Golden Peak bottles are weird. They're like the little square.
Agreed.
I don't like the whole bottle.
Not so many flavor
It's fine.
options.
It's marketing. I would have assumed that was a good tea. I'm not a tea drinker myself.
Neither am
but
I. That's my issue.
From a marketing standpoint, I would have said that looks like it would be one of your higher grade teas.
Yeah, you see, you know what? Because it is a Coca-Cola product, you see Golden Tea with Dasani, and Dasani to me is trash.
Dasani might be the
they're
worst
both kind
water.
of like together.
It's the only water I won't drink.
Yeah.
I could honestly agree
Well,
with you.
Aquafina. I won't drink Aquafina either.
That's the blue label, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like Aquafina or Dasani. They're both to me equally shit.
Yeah.
I'm a Poland
And
Spring
people
guy.
are like, "Oh, you really like? What, you picky about your water?" I'm like, "Just Dasani." Just
I was
Dasani and
going to
Aquafina."
say, I'm
Yeah,
not
I'll
really
drink any
picky
other
about water. Like, I'll drink my
What
fucking...
is it about the Dasani that's
It's almost...
it has a
I
bad
feel like Dasani, when you open it too, there's like a fizz that shouldn't be there. Like, I don't know. I
It's
just...
like a film when you
Yeah,
drink
I
it.
don't
It's
like
like a
it.
silkiness,
Yeah.
which some
Yeah.
people like. Actually, come to think, I don't really like. Was it Fuji water?
Fiji,
Fiji,
yeah.
Fiji water.
I don't think I've ever tried Fiji.
Because it
is expensive, but
it feels to
I
me like
don't hate
a high end Dasani, but I get that same same feeling from there.
something about Fiji, the bottling sells me.
I like
where
the
I'm
smart
like, this
water.
is good water.
I'm a Poland Spring
Smart water's
guy,
good
but
too.
the smart
Smart
water's
water.
pretty good.
You know what? I was
The
in
Essentio one now, I like that.
The Essentials with the black bottle.
Oh yeah, the
Again,
plus
marketing. Like I'm a sucker
Yeah,
for black,
me too.
black and red. Put black and red or something, I'll buy it. Yeah. And same thing with
one. Like
that.
a Nazi uniform.
He's wearing black and red right now.
You know who's always like the big free agent of drinks is Dr. Pepper. They're never like they've been around to so many different companies.
Free
They were,
agent as they don't belong to like Coca-Cola.
exactly. They
Okay.
were under
Oh, really?
Coke.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
they're
that.
like they're always floating around. I forget who they're with now.
I heard once that they have like a way bigger market share than you'd think.
Oh,
too.
it's huge because
They're-
people Dr. Pepper isn't looked at. I drink Well, people who drink Dr. Pepper aren't usually aligned to like a Pepsi or a Coke. I feel like they just love Dr.
You
Pepper.
march to the beat of your own drum.
Yeah,
with
you
Dr.
just
Pepper.
like Dr. Pepper. No, I'm saying you just like Dr. Pepper. I don't know.
No, I see it.
You're obviously right because it has it's an insane market share for a drink. You're
See,
like,
some people
who the
confuse
fuck
it
drinks
with,
Dr.
with,
Pepper?
with root beer. Like I like root beer. Monique knows I like root beer. And we were at a place. She goes, they got Dr. Pepper. You want some? I'm like, when did I have it? Say I like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
I like
I
root beer.
like Dr. Pepper.
This is a
People
very
always
different
tell me,
thing.
"Oh, you like Dr.
actually-
Pepper? You should have a root beer." I said, "That's different. It's not the
I
same."
actually do like Dr. Pepper too, but it's like I was, it gets muddied.
It's
Now-
a misconception.
Now, where does cream soda fall on the scale for you guys? Because I love a cream soda.
Once in a blue moon, you
Yeah,
can't
not
be a
even.
good cream soda.
I love a cream soda that boils or whatever it is. Is it boils? Whatever.
Boylan's?
Boilins.
Stewart's has the cream sodas too.
Stewart's has
Stewart's.
cream. I love it. I love a root beer, but with my pizza, I love a cream soda. Give me a little bit of that vanilla sweetness, babe.
It's the same thing with orange soda. Just like an orange soda with a nice
Yeah.
glass of ice every once in a blue moon. Just
I had to stop drinking orange soda. I liked it too much.
He got way into
Good
it.
for you
all
for
right,
doing
Keenan.
Well, it's not like I substituted it with something healthy. I just drink Dr. Pepper now.
Yeah, he went to the doctor.
that. But it sounds healthy because it's got the word doctor. in it.
Yeah, you know,
It's not
Dr.
fluorescent
prescribed.
orange.
The orange one, I looked it up, and it was significantly worse than every other soda. It's like too sweet. I had to stop
I
drinking
like that you say soda.
Soda.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Did I say soda? Yeah, soda.
It's the least healthiest of the sodas. Well, yeah, I don't drink soda I'm not a big soda fan. Like, I like it, but it's not my go-to. I'm more of the unsweetened iced tea, Pure Leaf, which I know you dabble in.
Wow.
Pure Leaf, unsweetened iced tea, top notch as far as I'm concerned.
Have you tried this bullshit diet lemon Pure Leaf? They're
Wait,
putting out there?
Diet Pure Leaf? That's
So they-
like a...
So they got lemon out there, which is good, but it's a little sugary.
Yeah.
And I got this diet lemon one. It's 10 calories, but tons of sugar, and it just it's like that fake sugar taste.
No.
But have you had the Diet Peach Pure Leaf?
No.
Delicious. Well done. But
I'm strictly unsweetened.
okay.
Unsweetened.
But
So
but
gross to me.
I have had the regular peach, so I would be willing to dabble
If
with
you,
it.
if you see a Diet Peach, I feel like they're pulling them back. I haven't seen them in a minute.
Okay.
But those were great. I feel like whenever I find an iced tea I like, they take them off the shelves.
Yeah.
Personal attack.
Yeah, it is a personal attack.
Arizona's
That
the
is,
best iced tea.
You strike me as a guy, and you're in decent shape. You
I've been pre-diabetic this whole week. I've been eating like a monster.
Yeah.
But yeah.
have you had like weight issues ever in your past? Or you always pretty good at
No.
keeping it at bay a little
I
bit?
keep it in a certain range, but
Yeah.
I love. It's like very yo-yo-y.
But a small window yo-yo. It's
Yes and no.
Yeah.
All my fat goes to my ass and my neck. That's where like I get
Oh, come on, look at this neck. Jesus
take
Christ,
that.
I look like a bullfrog.
Yeah,
You-
but
you look-
I've got like I lean in. I've got like the gargoyle eyes.
I would take
where-
ass and neck. I got tits and flanks as my
flanks.
yeah.
I got stomach. It's all here.
Yeah, I would take stomach.
You don't
I
have to
would,
tell us what you have.
Yeah.
We see it.
I wish it went to my ass. I have the most gross flat ass if you see me naked.
I've got a killer ass.
I'm sure you do. See, I don't know. I feel like you
I was gonna
two
eat
both
me,
have
going
like
for the
that's
ass.
where I would want that body, but you complain about your body a lot.
Yeah, it's gross.
But I like it. I think it's fantastic. And Kyle, you've looked the same. I've known you for years now. I feel like you've looked the exact same as body wise.
I probably have. I just have like a serious body dysmorphia where like I'm never happy with how I look on camera. Granted, why I'm hiding behind these sunglasses
Yeah.
right now.
No, I have a theory that anybody who claims to have body dysmorphia, you can't. If you're saying you have body dysmorphia, then you don't have body dysmorphia, because by saying you have body dysmorphia means I know I don't look the way I think I look, but then you know.
Well,
but
it's a
then,
spectrum,
But then you
Ryan.
know.
It's a spectrum,
But then
okay?
you know.
No, I like that.
It's like a self
yes.
fulfilling prophecy type of thing. It's like
Yeah.
you're in saying I know that it's not as bad as I think it is. Well, then you know that it's not as bad as you think it is, because you.
It's more of a self-hate
No,
mislabeled with body
and you look at
dysmorphia.
yourself. Yeah, no. Listen, I say this, but I suffer from it, and
I should have body dysmorphia or whatever.
Yes, you
body
should.
positivity.
It'd be nice if you
You're-
did.
It'd
We
be
wish-
nice if
you
I
should
did.
try picking
Maybe
it
I
up.
should try picking it up.
But I feel an immediate kinship with you just based on you saying that you're a sweets guy, because
Oh, yeah.
any adult
I would love to do this thing you're doing with the no meat. I would love to cut something like that out. I can't do it.
based on what. Like,
Just on like feeling
Diet
better.
wide?
I've taken time away from meat, and it's another time in my life where I'm like I feel so much better right now.
even better than that, like I didn't eat a lot of dairy for all of January, just based on I was trying to eat healthy. Like I wasn't trying to eat dairy. It was just a byproduct of eating healthy. I feel great when I don't eat dairy. My body is limber. It's like because dairy is
Dairy's in the sweets to me because I when I know sweets, I know cereal and no ice cream. Other than that, there's no dairy in my life. So I get that similar feeling with the no dairy.
well, it inflames. It's dairy inflames your
inflames you.
your joints and all
Yeah.
that. So if
I've
you don't
always
have that,
I've been
I'm
inflamed
fully
for 10 years.
inflamed.
if you stop eating dairy, I bet you would feel like I.
Oh, I know I
'cause-
would.
But now I'm back on. Like I got a pint of ice cream in that freezer. I can't wait for you guys
Yeah,
to
you're
leave.
a big
to
ice
get
cream
to get
guy.
to. So
I stopped
like,
at a gas station. I had a chipwich and a king cone 20 minutes ago.
yeah.
So, while I was refueling the car, 2 hours just shoveling the chipwich down my
I
mouth.
had 2 rice balls and chocolate chip cookies today.
Yeah.
What are you bragging about?
Nothing. That's what I ate.
But yeah, any adult,
Everybody's talking about what they ate.
any adult that says they like sweets, I'm always like, all right, good, because
my people,
I always
yeah.
feel like. And first of all, can people at the counters of the deli stop commenting when I ask for a cookie or I buy a cookie or 2 cookies? Like when they, I can't stand this. Like, yeah, can I get I'll get a bagel and this, and then I throw down 2 black and white cookies and like, oh, 2 cookies today, huh? I'm already the guilt I already have with this. I don't need
Yeah.
the added like discussion about it. Like I want to be like I want to run out of the place where I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't be having cookies, and then run out. Stop talking about my sweets. I'm a 45-year-old man and he's eating sweets. I'm embarrassed about it. I want to make this. If I could steal this, I would rather steal this than have this conversation.
No, I hate when people judge you when you mention you go to McDonald's and they go, "Just go to McDonald's." I'm like, yeah, every once in a blue moon,
Yeah.
it's the only thing open. Fucking leave me alone.
God.
But like the condescendingness of it, like, you
Oh
still
yeah.
gotta
Oh,
go.
I don't eat fast food anymore. Well, fuck you.
Remember
I
that?
do.
I love McDonald's. Like I don't have any. I don't eat there because it's not healthy. I don't eat there because I'm an adult or I shouldn't. Even, like if I love it.
Yeah,
it's great. And,
I can eat Taco Bell every day.
Yeah,
We know.
He loves the cantina menu.
I just wish. Yeah,
It's all right. Listen, I'm not hiding it.
Shake Shack just came out with a veggie burger, so I'm pretty.
Do you
excited
consider
about that.
processed meat though? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If it
All
came
right.
from an animal at any point,
Did it though? I feel like processed isn't really from an animal. It's like a fucking fake
Process
chicken.
the animal out of it?
No, I just feel like they're like clone chicken, just like not even a real chicken.
What's the most foreign meat you ever ate knowingly?
I don't eat. I don't eat different. I really just stick with cows and regular
Oh,
normal
okay.
fucking.
Chicken.
I don't eat
What?
ducks or
You know
shit
what?
like that.
He
I
goes
was,
to ducks.
I was gonna bring this
Yeah.
up earlier. I met a woman once. She had just moved here from Texas, and she wasn't feeling well. And she just goes, "Yeah, I just haven't been eating enough red meat." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, if you're not feeling well, eat red meat." I was like, "I think categorically you're wrong with that. Like, you don't do that."
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, you got a headache, right?" And she comes from like a cattle family. Like she lived on a cattle ranch. Like they sell cattle. And like that was just like
That's how
pure
you-
all like she probably felt bad because 100% of her diet was red meat.
Yeah.
And I asked her, I go, she goes, "It's the only meat I eat." And I go, "What about chicken?" She goes, "Chicken's a feathered vegetable." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's
Wow. A feathered vegetable? Jesus Christ.
hardcore."
Yeah, that's not good for you.
Listen, I love a McDonald's. Do you remember when we were on the road somewhere and we just like we wanted McDonald's so bad and they were all closed?
Yes, yeah.
Because
yeah.
I hadn't had McDonald's. This is like a few months ago, maybe. I don't know where we were coming from. Maybe like that Rhode Island thing.
Yeah, no, I remember this.
And either maybe I forget what it
No,
was.
it was Arkport, New York, because going from there was nothing on the roads. It was just a
Nothing.
straight shot. It was very
And by the time but I hadn't had McDonald's in 2 months or something before that. And then after that, just that sitting there waiting for a McDonald's and we never got it. It just opened up the floodgates where I'm like, I went to McDonald's like 3 days the next week. I was like, oh,
Golden arches.
You know what? Those late night McDonald's runs they're kind of the perfect time to eat McDonald's, not for your body, but for you mentally, because you're like, "I want McDonald's, I want McDonald's, I want McDonald's." But then you eat McDonald's 11:30, and you're like, "This was a massive mistake."
you know it's a mistake right away. But you're not thinking about what it like that.
But then the thing is, the other side of that coin is what you did, and it just opens up the floodgates. So
Yes.
you hold back.
I'm so bad with that's what I'm worried about with now that I'm tasting shit is I'm gonna be like I'm gonna go all in. So I gotta really stick to this 2 day a week thing.
I feel guilty.
Because
every
the
meal I
summer's coming up, man.
I know. I thought the same thing. I want to go in the ocean.
eat. I don't even care about the looks. It's just a health thing to me. I got no problem taking my
Oh,
shirt off.
I
Being
said,
fat.
well,
like
like-
fuck you. Half the country's fat.
I was talking to my buddy
Good half.
when I was in North Carolina, and he was talking about exercise, and he was doing this exercise. Like you can't really see like the results of it, but you feel stronger. And he's like, so it's there, it's like working, but you can't really notice as well from like the outside. And I'm like, that's the opposite. Like if there's an exercise that just makes me look better,
Yeah.
Like even I don't care if it made me weaker. Like I don't care if you tell me to do something that's extremely unhealthy for me, but it's gonna make me look good for the summer. I'll do that all day long.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
100%.
I was thinking about taking this cancer pill for a year just to lose some weight.
You should take. I have some left over if you want to. You're gonna lose that.
That's called
little-
Lose some taste, lose some weight.
What's the drug? The,
Oh, the
Ozempic.
diabetic
Ozempic.
thing, right? The
Yeah.
diabetes
Yeah.
pill or shot, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. Why don't you get on Ozempic?
I might have to do something because I don't want to get healthy. I just need to. So I need something
Right.
to cheating. I need a fix.
This is a big pivot, but Brendan hosted my album recording the other day, and he did these announcements at the beginning,
Oh my
like
God.
absolutely no heckling, blah blah blah. And it was a very well policed room. The only time I heard someone pipe up, I was talking about people that lose weight and how they suck. And this woman goes, "Ozempic," and her husband goes, "Shut up!" And I'm like,
By the way, I want to talk about this special because you recorded a special.
recorded an album. It's not
An
really-
album.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
No video?
I don't know
Video,
what to-
but I'm not. It's not like a YouTube special. It's more just to try to get it on Serious and have like a
That's good money.
yeah, and then clips. It's
have
video,
okay,
but yeah,
clips.
it's for clips. Yeah,
Right.
I heard he did a great job announcing you
yeah, he really
right.
hit it out of the park.
well,
twice.
we'll get there. The guy doesn't know how to weave a story in. I swear to God.
love it.
So, this is why I don't tell him it. But yeah, no. So we did this on Thursday, and I was ready and excited.
You crushed.
Until I got there where I'm like, oh, this is a lot. Like,
Yeah.
the
Well,
pressure was on.
Let me tell you this.
Where was it?
The comic strip, Upper
Comic
East
strip,
Side.
okay.
I called Brandon. Like I was talking to the audio engineer, and
Yeah.
I was like, "You got to talk to the host." And like he records a lot of stuff, so he had like a really well thought out speech. But he gave it to me, and I was like, "You got to talk to the host. He'll be here in 2 minutes." And he gave you a very abridged version, and I
Yeah.
kind of pulled you aside. I was like, "Listen, this is how you need to fucking say it."
No,
and
and-
you did a great job.
And I knew what I had to say because I did do this. I did
Neil's.
I was part of Neil's, so I kind of know how, like, all right, no talk, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it just when you see guys with like I don't know, with camera, it seemed like there was a crew involved.
Absolutely,
and I
yeah.
was like, all right, well, this feels bigger, and it gets in my head. And then it was just I hosted, so I was the first one out. And listen, I have a problem. Like, I'm like, all right, am I gonna get through my set? And when you have like a whole speech you have to do before of getting people like, all right, this is what's happening. It was just very much in my head. And I went up, and I feel like I did the speeches okay.
Absolutely, you
But
killed them.
They were fun. I mean, listen, the crowd.
You did a great. There was besides this Ozempic person.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there was a couple in the back that really didn't like me. And
What?
Were drunk. The thing is, they were drunk though. They came in late, and they
Oh.
were talking the whole time. And apparently, they got policed by the rest of the audience, being like, "Yo, shut the fuck up." And then
Okay.
they left mid-set because between not liking a joke of mine and being berated by the audience. But I didn't notice
That's as well
any
as
of
that's
that.
as well as that can go. The
Absolutely.
situation
Yeah,
can go.
yeah. for sure.
Because I didn't even notice it. As long as I haven't heard the audio yet. As long as the audio is good, I can give a fuck about that happening. But
Yeah.
apparently that
Yeah.
happened.
Oh, so I didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah.
See, from the green room, it's hard to judge what's like. You hear the laughs, but you don't hear the comics so well.
Right.
So it's
right.
hard to judge like what was going on, and I didn't want to run into like interrupt. I was afraid to walk in. I was walking on eggshells the entire night. I really was.
Brendan really didn't fuck up. He just
All right.
reversed the order of 2 words, and because it annoyed me, and I'm like a perfectionist, I let him know about it. And
So,
then when he didn't do
for
it
you.
the second time,
Good for you.
So Ryan, my only all right, I had to do the announcements, do my set, and then my only thing I had to do was announce Kyle the right way. But so much other stuff is happening that
Yeah, like the announcements. Yeah. So announcements, you can kind of just wing out and hit a couple points.
yes,
No
all right. I
heckling.
knew the points. I'm like, go to the bathroom during my set. There's don't talk. All the
we got 4 mics.
There's mics everywhere.
Don't ruin the audio. Like you did everything perfectly. So
But until I had to bring Kyle up, which was all right. It's still very confusing to me because when you give me like a script, that's hard for my brain to.
I didn't give you a script though.
You texted me a script.
In between,
All right,
after
'cause
you
I
fucked
fucked
up
up
the
the
first
first
time.
one.
Yeah. Because it wasn't so much that you fucked up. What it was there was a lack of confidence in what you were saying.
That's what it is.
That's my big thing. When someone goes like you're doing a show and they're like, "What's your name?" and I'm like, "Mara." They're like, "Moran, Maraja." I'm like, just say something confidently. I don't give a fuck what you say. Just make sure the audience knows you're happy I'm here. Because there's nothing worse than someone bringing someone up. This next comic is Brendan Ryan.
Yeah,
You're gonna bomb.
Of course.
I love when they say this next time is great. You're gonna love him. His name is, and they don't
Yeah,
remember it. It's
exactly.
like, so how do you know? He's so good? You don't even know his name.
So I think in the first show, Brendan was like, he's a regular at this club. Keep it going for.
Yes.
Like, there was just a hesitation where I was like, motherfucker.
Because if I'm thinking about something, then that's when I get tripped up. You know what I mean? When like if I can just sort of free flow it.
Yeah.
Like with the announcements, like I knew the general points, but I feel like there was more pressure on me to bring you up the right way.
Yeah.
So you decided to do it the wrong way.
I didn't decide.
You did great.
My
Who
brain.
cares?
Oh please. So I messed up the first time. Wait, now what was I supposed to say?
He's a regular here.
And I kept
Keep
saying,
it going for Kyle Amara.
and my brain kept saying, "This guy, he's a club regular or something like that."
It may not even make the album, so it doesn't matter.
Right. But then the second time I did it, and like I was like, all right, I'm gonna get the second time. And then the second time, I didn't have a great set the second time just because there wasn't as many people in the, so that was in my head, and then
You did great.
listen, I could spiral, but but as soon as I introduced you, you went up and you're like, you fucked it up again, and I'm like, ah.
But it's good. I heard this one. It's a good show business thing. I think I heard Bill Hader say this. Like, it's good when someone messes up first early.
Yeah.
Because
This is
like,
what you said
it
to
takes
me.
the pressure off everything else. Like, you're not going to be the first person to fuck up if someone else fucks up or you fuck up early on. Like, there's time to rebuild.
But can you imagine that? Like, I'm trying to do well. This is his big night. I'm trying to like do it the right way. And then he goes in between shows. He says that same thing. He's like, no, it's good because you fucked up first. So like,
Took the pressure off me.
yeah, the pressure's all off me. But whatever. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was great.
You were great. And I really appreciate you letting me host. I hope you feel like you made the right decision. At the
Absolutely.
End of the day.
No.
You
Absolutely.
happy with it though? The whole thing came out.
I haven't heard. I haven't even listened back yet because I know how much editing I'm going to be doing going forward. I'm like, until I have to wait for the audio engineer to give me
But
like.
leaving that night, you felt like that went well? I'm just
yes
talking
and
about
no.
the lack of confidence.
No. You know what? There was just like a bunch of little
You're
things.
perfectionist.
Yeah. Like you ever see Seinfeld's comedian documentary?
Yes.
There's this thing he says in that where he does the Letterman, and he's on the phone with someone, and they're like, "You did great, you did great." And he goes, "There's a dozen things I've never said before in my life, and I said them tonight during the set." I'm like, I know exactly that feeling now because I was like, there's jokes I've told for years that I just did the setups completely backwards or not how I usually do them, and it still made the joke in a way the joke worked, but I'm like, until I listen back, I'm like, I may not like how that joke sounds, given how used to I am hearing it usually. So we'll see.
Well, I thought
And
you were.
both times?
Oh no, the second show, even though the second show was like, my brain was mush the second show because just there was a lot of like schmoozing in between, and I didn't really get a chance to like look at my notes and listen back. So like, and then just all the adrenaline of the first show. The second show was good for me, but like I think technically I got a lot like the setups more clear
On the second
on the
show.
second show. I'm hoping.
So
I can
with
splice them back.
editing, you
Yeah,
can use
yeah,
the setups
yeah.
of the first show and the punches for the second show.
Exactly.
And the laughs is going to hit. So
You
So-
said you felt more loose during the second show.
Which I knew was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I felt more like animated. Like better audio on the first show, better video on the second show. We'll see how it all comes out in the wash.
you know how many times the comics say like they do a first show and it feels like it went great, and then they feel like, all right, that's it, we got it. You know, now we do the second show just for fun, we can play around, and then they're so comfortable for the second show that becomes the one that's
That's
like
it.
now we
Yeah,
really
yeah.
now we really got it. But
Yeah, we'll see.
When are you, what's your ETA on this coming out?
I heard for like, I'm trying to get it on Sirius, and I heard that's quite the process time wise. It could be like 3-4 months.
Oh, okay.
it's not too bad.
And I think I don't know. I'm in no rush. I'll probably start putting clips out in a month or so. But yeah, I'm hoping.
Do you have a
Sirius
name
pans
yet?
it. I think I'm gonna call it "Jokes in the Upper East Side." Like
Nice.
And by the way, I've been telling this to like a select few. Because I have.
We
like,
we got tons of Long Island's listening.
Oh, okay.
So-
Well, no, I showed two people my the album cover, and it says like jokes big, and then in the Upper East Side. Like, shouldn't it be jokes on the Upper East Side? I was just like, no, it's supposed to be like Steve Ray Vaughan live in Texas. Like
Right.
live is replaced by jokes, and then Texas is replaced by Upper East Side. Like, I think it's classy and simple. I think comedy albums historically
You go with
have
Steve Ray
oftentimes.
Vaughan, huh? I feel like there's a lot of examples of band live in blank, and you went with Stevie Ray Vaughan, huh?
He's a guitar
That's-
guy.
A guitar guy, yeah. Is it? I'm not even sure if it's live in Texas, but it's like live in like Texas Flood. I think
Texas
it is.
There's
Flood.
like, you know, there's
It's Texas Flood.
the
I got it.
Allmans live at the Fillmore. There's
That's like, yeah.
there's-
What's Johnny Cash's at the prison?
Folsom Prison.
Folsom Prison.
Yeah.
But like, I love like Sebastian and Burr and all their comedy titles. I'm like, that's what you titled this thing. Like, some
Yeah.
of them are good, but like, you even look at other comedy album titles. It's like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Does the
So-
title mean anything at the end of the day?
No,
though?
exactly. But
You know?
it's one of those things. Like,
You don't
it's,
think
it's like
Sebastian's are good? I think Sebastian out of all of them, because it's always
Yeah.
like, but they're all like the same sentiment.
That's
Why
what
would
I'm
you
saying.
do that? You know, you know,
those are bad examples, but like
Yeah.
I've seen other ones where it's just like, did you put any thought into this? Or it's like, or it's a tag from a joke, like your favorite joke that doesn't do well on the album. It's just like, I want something like clean, classy,
Yeah.
Upper East Sides. Can't get classier than
I
that.
was like alive at blank, and it's
Yeah,
classic. I always
classic,
like
yeah.
that.
So
Well,
live in the Upper East Side, maybe, but
I like it.
I think jokes in the Upper East Side.
Jokes in the Upper East Side.
Yeah. Also, could just be referred to as jokes. You know,
Jokes.
like in the ether. Because people are going to be talking about it, you know? That's
Oh
why.
yeah, it's gonna. Hey, listen, I think you crushed, and it was nice to watch from the
Thank you.
time I walked
Appreciate
in
it. I have nothing but good reviews about you, except my mom today.
Oh,
But
God.
before she goes, your friend Brendan, very funny, but I felt bad for him.
Oh God, why?
I go, why? And she was like,
So do we.
she goes, well, his kidneys.
Oh, yeah.
He's lying about his age. I'm like, but he's like telling you, like he thinks it's funny. Like
Yeah.
it's funny. She's like, I just felt bad. I'm like, well, did he talk about his eyebrows? And she goes, no. And I was like, well, you're lucky you didn't hear about that.
If I had another 5 minutes, it would have gotten more sad.
Have you thought about having just like your Venmo up on stage with you when you
have.
perform? Maybe
I
people
have.
would feel better.
I have.
Like
I've
man,
done those shows. I've done that show before where they
Yeah.
had the Venmo on
Yeah.
TV next to you. Oh yeah.
I think that's a good
Didn't get
idea.
anything. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I worry about that with my set too, and I talked to you before. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do the kidney transplant because sometimes it bums people out, but I feel like it worked pretty well that night.
You crushed. That's why I'm
With
like,
mom.
yeah.
Yeah, you
No, it was
crushing
great.
people's happiness.
I know, but you know, somebody said that like I was bombing talking about my eyebrows and losing my hair and my kidneys and all
It
this.
becomes depressing.
And it does. And then I think it was the night. It was when we were together. When I just totally like
Oh,
talked to the
the
crowd. Where the last one we
Columbia
did,
PA one, yeah.
Columbia PA, and I was like, but somebody was like, it's depressing, it's sad. I was like, yeah, but I got to talk about my life.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I can't just talk about like I don't know. It's part of who I am.
No, people have bad. Like you should when you talk about comedy, like you should just be like, I liked it, I laughed, or I didn't laugh. Like people
Right,
have
right.
like, I heard my aunt was complaining about. I have a joke where I say my grandpa came here to become an electrician,
Mm-hmm.
and she told my mom, she goes, you know, he came here already as an electrician. And my mom was like, that's your note? Like,
Oh,
don't
God.
approach Kyle with that. He's not going to respond well, you know?
Yeah, I guess
Hey,
people
listen,
just look at
Grandma.
Yeah.
it. People look at it.
People don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Be
Yeah.
like, hey, when it comes to comedy, you critiquers out there, you reviewers, just say you liked it or you didn't like it.
Yeah.
Enough of these, you know.
Well, you know, here's something funny. We went to that Jack and Brendan show. The thing we were talking about. We got into the Hamptons Comedy Film Festival.
Oh,
You were
yeah,
there.
Yeah, yeah.
I do everything with Kyle.
By the way, I made a big point at this Hamptons Film Festival to let the crowd know Brendan wasn't a fucking idiot, and then he fucked up my intro twice 3 days later.
You're right. We had to do a Q&A. We had to do a Q&A because Kyle did what's the name of yours?
Rewriting.
Which is that's on YouTube. It's fantastic. And me and Jack they basically just showed an episode of ours, somebody else's, and Kyle's rewriting, and then we did a quick Q&A. Yeah, I just went up there. I was like, I know I'm an idiot here, you know, just. But I apparently during Jack's set with people like just not getting it.
Oh yeah.
So, like an older lady was like in the middle of his set, just called out and goes, "Do you think about the age of the people you're performing in front of?" And they're like, "What do you think this is that you're able to just comment?" Like I think the Q&A messed them up where they thought during the
whole
comedy
thing.
show is also a Q&A.
Yeah.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
By the organizers to do
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah. I'd love to be booked.
Please have me back as well.
Please
This
have
is
me
Kyle
back.
talking now.
That was just a straight up heckle. It was like,
Yeah, but she didn't mean it though either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think her daughter ended up taking her. I was like, that's not how a comedy show works. But sometimes people just don't understand how it works. Like,
No, yeah.
you know,
They're used to watching like Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's the other thing too. Comedy's so popular on like Netflix and all these streamers. People, I think, watch it. You're not laughing out loud. Like maybe a couple jokes, especially even at your favorite comedian, you're laughing out loud. But for the rest of the 55 minutes, you're kind of just like this.
Yes.
So I think that kind of translates sometimes to comedy shows with people of a certain age that necessarily aren't out for a good time. They're just kind of like, oh, this is like a live Netflix thing for them, you know?
Yeah.
I can just sit here and not respond. Like you see a lot of smiles with older crowds sometimes.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think you bombed, then they come up after and like, that was fantastic.
Exactly.
so
yeah.
you think that like a true laugh, if you have to think about, oh, I should be laughing out loud, then it's not like laughing out loud should be something you can't control. Like a live
Exactly,
show,
yeah.
like watching if you're home watching TV, you're not usually laughing out loud. But something about being in a live room that you can't help but to laugh out loud.
It brings it out of you.
It's a different energy.
But
Yeah,
we're trained as not a live room.
I've given polite laughs, so I'm like, oh, this is funny, I'll laugh. But then I've also been in rooms where I can't help but you know your stomach hurts, you're laughing so much. So it's like, isn't that the goal as a comic to you want to
Yeah.
perform to the point where like I don't care what your intentions were when you came here, I'm gonna hurt you.
Oh, that is the goal.
I'm gonna hurt
100%.
you.
Yeah.
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 Doesn't always happen though.
No, usually doesn't happen. Making lists of the number of comics that can get to that point where it's like, and any crowd they go in there, they're gonna make you laugh no matter what.
Yeah.
A lot of times you gotta be like, yeah, this is the kind of crowd that would like my stuff.
Yeah.
I just like a crowd member, like somebody in the crowd looking around like, this guy didn't write this for us and say that.
Yeah,
makes
that's
me
great.
laugh.
Yeah.
And to Jack Adam, that's perfect. That's
Yeah.
a perfect guy to hear that.
Yeah. I think it is. I think he just walked up this. He was.
He just walked off.
Yeah.
He was like, "I'm Jack Adam. Thank you." It was fun though. It was fun.
That's hilarious.
Can we talk about these T-shirts? What's going on with these shirts?
So yeah, we got
We got merch.
We got some merch. I don't.
Oh, I didn't
Black
even
and
see the
red.
back.
Oh no, it's
Look at that.
That looks like it might fit me.
No,
Oh,
this
no.
doesn't fit me.
Oh,
that's
it
a great
doesn't?
logo saying. I like that. Never been athletic. Is that is that a line from the show?
You
This
didn't
is,
see me go viral?
This is yeah.
I missed that one.
I
Chick.
guess you were the one guy that didn't see it.
This was chick. This is a silhouette of chick
I got 'em.
diving into a pool.
I thought you were playing hockey. There.
Sloppily. No, it says NBA. But so it kept getting taken down because it says NBA. So now I had to remake it because it was like copyright infringement. So now the newer ones are the logo without NBA, and then it says "Never Been Athletic" underneath it,
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything on
Kyle.
the back?
and then it's just the
Oh,
adult
beautiful.
You don't
babies.
have to do it now.
on the
Kyle,
back.
feel free to look at that and like and subscribe.
Oh, I think I've seen this actually.
Yeah. So
not impressed.
No, there's just so much content out there, chicks. It doesn't leave an impression sometimes.
but I would like to. Yeah, I'm happy with the quality of it. It's
It
just
looks
like
nice.
it seems like they run slow. Like I usually wear a large, and it's not because I've gained weight.
Sure.
Yeah, if me at my best, I fit into a medium. I don't have a lot of XLs, but I feel like with this shirt, I would need an XL. So I would say if we're gonna promote that, I would say order
A size
up.
ahead. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I got to order that. I need that.
yeah. So there's a couple on the site now. They're
I want to
still
give
up
that
there.
out to my friends.
There's hoodies, and there's women's
Attire.
t-shirts, and there's
Very cool.
What's the difference between a woman's T-shirt and a men's
it's cut
T-shirt?
different.
Cut,
Cutting
yeah.
the
Oh,
waist,
they do
it's
cut
cutting
it
the
down?
waist.
All right. I was just curious.
More of like a hourglass thing. I've
Yeah, a lot of
noticed.
times the sleeves are a little bit shorter. You know, it's like yeah.
was-
You've been around women before, right?
Yeah, no, but I didn't know. I figured a T-shirt's a T-shirt. I didn't know they were really cut that differently.
T-shirt's not a T-shirt.
No,
T-shirt's
a little
not
bigger
a
in the chest, maybe.
Hey, my chest is fairly big.
Stop. Don't
I
don't
should
say
get
that
a
about
female
yourself.
shirt, like a quadruple XL for a
No,
female.
because it goes in.
Oh, then
at
it would be it would be tight in the side.
Yeah. No, you shouldn't. Stick with your. What do you?
That should be on the
double R?
Patreon. That should be a paywall post.
Yeah.
Chick trying on
Chick
women's
tries on
t-shirts.
women's T-shirts.
Oh, I got stuff we can put on the Patreon. I'll put,
Oh, I know you have stuff we can
Yeah.
put on Patreon.
yeah.
Feet pics? What do you got?
I could, yeah, we can
can do that.
Pics. No, but my mold. Put a picture of that. Put a picture of that on my. On
Got
the
a mold.
People want to see the mold.
Well, that's gonna pay for that. On
Yeah,
Patreon.
they have to pay for that. I agree with you on that.
That's a perfect entry point onto the Patreon.
Yeah.
To see your mold.
Do you have like the cast or the mold of it?
Both. Well, no, I guess I get rid of I made a cast,
Okay,
made a mold,
gotcha.
and then the cast was, I guess, disposable for the most part.
So I was saying for Easter, you could sort of do like a chocolate bunny situation with the cast.
Brian's
So I need to get a more permanent cast. You're right.
Give that out to the fans. God, we should have had that ready for tomorrow's dinner. At
Cream filled.
Yes.
The Cadbury.
Cadbury
egg.
cock?
Cadbury cock. Oh, it's so gross.
I
very
can
But
put my
intriguing.
I can put my mukbang video on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just watch you
If
eat it.
anybody who wants to like mukbang, they can go to the Patreon.
What mukbang video do you have?
I made one for Monique likes it, so I made a custom mukbang video.
Okay, that's
for her,
right.
yeah.
Wait, what's
So-
mukbang again?
It's when you eat into a microphone on a camera.
Oh,
you
that's
know?
right. Yes,
Sounds
yes.
like
Okay,
real
I
gross.
remember. I forgot what it was called.
It's so funny because like some people hate that sound, but some people like it. So I hate it. I don't.
I
like that.
hate it too.
Yeah.
I actually, there's a couple friends of mine who, when we like, if we grab lunch or something, I can't even really look at them when they're eating. They're open mouth, loud chewers, and it grosses me out. Steve Catchmar.
Put him on blast.
Dad.
Fucking hate you, Dad. Well, if you made it this far, is that what
Ready?
it was? Oh, no, I wasn't sure. I thought
we got
you
a
guys were
little longer.
stopping.
You got somewhere to be?
No, not at all. I actually have nothing going on.
You have nothing going on? Really?
Yeah, what do I have
What a
tomorrow?
That's great. Tomorrow you got something
I
going
got a
on.
big week coming up.
Do you? Oh, yeah. We're not going to. I refuse to talk anymore about PAL on this podcast. That's what I've
We
decided.
gave, and that's just something we could put on the Patreon is our text thread with B and I giving Chick a good ribbing over.
Oh, yeah.
I stand by it.
You're kind of a criminal. You're working for the PAL. What are you doing? How's that work out?
No,
I passed, don't worry.
It's awful.
We got playoffs, semifinals
What
tomorrow. Basketball.
At what age?
3rd and 4th grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Team's undefeated.
You're a big
Fucking
Riptide
awesome.
fan, are you?
You know what? They are. They're moving.
Yeah, they're moving to Canada, right?
So I went to their second to last game this Saturday and I made sure I got some merch. This is going to be limited edition in a couple of weeks, so I had to get on it while I could.
I didn't know you were a big Riptide
Who's the
fan.
Riptide?
I'm not, but I do like lacrosse.
Lacrosse team that plays out of the Coliseum, right?
Coliseum, yeah. They
So are they the Long Island Riptide?
the New York Riptide.
The New York Riptide?
They're kind of fucked. You see pictures of in Canada, the indoor league, NLL, Indoor Lacrosse League, is massive. Even in like Buffalo and Philly, you see like it's all guys like our age, some with their girlfriends, drinking beers, like slamming on the boards. It's like a pro hockey game. It looks fucking awesome. But the New York market is kind of marred by not that demo going to games, and the demo that does go to games, it's all like 3rd and 4th graders with their PAL team, just like doing TikTok dances with their shirts off, and like just some like depressed mom being like, "I can't hear this Avicii song for the 20th time." And it's just it's a different vibe than the rest of the markets.
That's funny because Long Island is such a big.
huge.
It
lacrosse
is.
is so big on Long Island. It's
We
That's why,
we
though, all
don't
these
care about
kids
pro
play.
lacrosse though. We don't give a
Yeah,
fuck about
we
pro
don't.
lacrosse. in
Why
New York.
is that?
Because nobody cares about pro lacrosse.
I think because
really.
we have it's the same thing in New York. New Yorkers have so many options. So the demo of the age that is good for a thriving pro league, we're gonna go to New York City and go to a bar or something like that. But all these other like other markets that don't have as many options. The pro game, you're like, fuck, I'll go to a pro lacrosse game on a
do they get their fill because so many kids play? They get their fill going to high school and college games. Like
That's also we have high quality, college and
like
high school
you
here.
get people that like lacrosse are the ones playing lacrosse, and their parents are going to their lacrosse games. It's like, how much lacrosse can you go watch?
Right.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I think, they just did not the market for a team, unfortunately. But
Will it ever be?
No, lacrosse will
like
never
for,
catch
for,
on.
for reason I just said, yes, it will. I think it will
as
nationally.
a mainstream
What's
pro
that?
sport, I don't think.
I
so.
think so.
Put it on ice. Then we got
Wait,
a little
what's
too,
that?
a little
I'm
too
telling
slow.
you, just wait till like some like quarterback we like gets CTE and like murder someone. It's gonna like football will take a nosedive.
Yeah,
in
but then
popularity.
football will take
Yeah.
a nosedive, and then basketball, hockey. I don't think lacrosse is going to jump those. I think
No, it's
soccer
not.
will be the
I
next
don't think
big
it will,
sport
but I
in New
think-
York, in Long Island.
I think
in,
it'll be
America.
diluted. No, people have been saying soccer is going to be a bigger
But it's
sport.
actually getting
For
bigger
years.
now. We have a good team. It's
Nah, I disagree. I disagree.
I agree.
He agrees with
agree with
himself.
Good. Hey, it's important. It's important to
In
stand
20
by
years,
yourself.
let's make a bet. In 20 years, what's going to be bigger, lacrosse or soccer?
Soccer in America,
Yeah.
soccer.
Okay, $100. Let's talk in 20 years.
Hopefully, I'm alive in 20 years. That's
Yeah, that's what
asking a
I'm
lot.
banking on. That's not happening.
Nah, he'll be alive.
No,
He's going to
because-
outlive us all, unfortunately.
I know lacrosse can be bigger because ESPN is getting behind lacrosse in a big way, and all pro football quarterbacks, all their kids play lacrosse, and they talk about it whenever they're on ESPN.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
You played lacrosse, right?
Yeah,
I play. I listen. I get it. I just don't think it's ever gonna turn that corner.
I think maybe it could surpass hockey, but it's never going to touch baseball, football,
No, yeah.
basketball. Yeah.
Yeah, those are them.
Might surpass. Hockey is brutal.
Hockey just seems like it's marred by just terrible management and like a bad commit. It's just a bad league. It seems like.
But everybody who watches it loves it. They all think it's the best.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's just such a small. percentage of people.
Going to a hockey game live is fun, though.
It is.
It is.
Hockey playoffs
It
are
is.
great. The regular
I
season
enjoy
is
it.
just tough to watch.
But it's not something I'm going to sit down and watch. You know, I'll watch it if it's on. If I'm at a bar and like, I'm an Islander, the Islanders are on, I'll watch it. But it's not something I'm gonna. All right, tonight I'm gonna watch the Islanders.
Right. But that's the thing. Lacrosse is similar to football, and the TV product is way better than the live product. Like a football game, unless you're at the 50,
no,
it's a
football
hard
games
watch.
are awful.
Yeah.
And I think lacrosse is a better watch in person than football, but it's a similar vibe where like some college lacrosse games on TV are just absolutely like lights out.
It's better to see what's going on. I get that.
They do like their version.
I can't
of like
follow
a
the
Final
puck
Four.
in hockey. That's my problem. I can't see the puck. I can never know when it goes in. I fucking like it's always a delayed reaction.
Yeah.
I never met a hockey fan I like. So
Listen, they're usually obnoxious, fucking racist idiots.
that's just my attempt to end every show with an outlandish statement. So,
But you're right. You're
But
right.
thank you
though.
for topping me. I thought I was going to say that outlandish statement, and then you
No, he'll
you
always,
surpassed
he'll
me.
always
Thank-
top.
Appreciate that.
He'll always top.
He's still getting shit about Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
But while we're on sports, are we trying to wrap it up or can I just go in a
no,
little
you
thing?
can go with as much as you want.
As of yesterday, I am an F1 guy,
Oh,
and I have booked flights for November to see
What?
F1 Vegas.
As of yesterday, you're an F1 guy.
Yeah.
You got into F1 yesterday.
And book flights already.
Yeah.
What happened? What did you watch
So-
yesterday that was so good?
So like years, like
Did you watch a Netflix documentary?
So 2 years ago, I watched Lewis Hamilton, who's like the #1 driver in the world, on this David Letterman show, and I was like, "This guy's awesome. I got to watch F1." I tried watching the Netflix F1 show, and I just hated it.
Really?
Could not get through the
I
first
thought that
episode.
was really well done, though.
So then, fast forward 2 years, I start watching the Full Swing Golf Show on Netflix.
that was
I
so
am
good.
loving that.
Incredible.
I'm
so
loving
good.
this.
So now
the
I'm
best thing I ever did for that sport.
yes, I
couldn't
agree.
agree. I can't watch golf on TV. I could watch the show 24/7.
I can't.
So it's the same people as the F1 thing. I'm like, you know what? I'll give the F1 another shot. I give it a shot. I got through 2 seasons yesterday,
Wow. Okay.
and I'm going to Vegas.
And now you're all in, and you booked it just off that.
Now,
Well,
I've heard live events are awesome.
yeah,
I don't know anything about them. I just heard that they
That's
are
gonna
awesome.
be cool, though. That's
I'm excited.
That
And
would
you're
be
going to
fun.
Vegas.
Exactly.
yeah, it's Vegas. That Full Swing Netflix. I am. I tore through the first season. I just started watching it recently.
I think it's the best thing to get casual fans to watch.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
And personally.
I went to for a bachelor party. I went to the Waste Management Open last month,
Okay.
which is a big event in
heard that's a lot of
Full
fun.
Swing.
Dude,
It is.
events are fun to go to.
It was a fucking disaster. The thing is, I think everyone's watching Full Swing, so everyone got. They not only did they oversell the event, they didn't have people checking tickets.
So people would just walk
It
in.
was like tens of thousands. I heard there was like 60,000 more people there than they expected, and it was like they're lucky no one died, like got trampled.
Really?
It was
the
insane.
Ryder Cup in Bethpage next year is
Yeah.
going to be fucking
Oh, yeah.
bananas.
I can't wait.
Because that's like the one golf event where there's like hecklers and there's chants.
Well,
Because
that's-
it's a big like the world.
Because Long
versus
Island's
America.
trash, and that's the only.
Yeah.
Well,
time
no,
it
they
comes-
do it in England too. They were heckling
Ryder
there was
Cup
like a-
specifically?
The
The
Ryder
Ryder Cup?
The
Oh,
Ryder
okay.
Cup is not most events. It's just the Ryder Cup. There's,
What is it about the Ryder Cup?
because it's
that-
the world
The
versus
rivalry.
the USA.
The rivalry.
So it's a team. It's this team versus that team.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of different things. So it gets really intense, and the crowds are vocal. It's not like your normal where everybody.
But that's what like Waste Management is also, right?
That's why I'm
like
saying
people
it's-
get hammered at this.
So
thing.
what I saw at Waste Management with all these people that are now like, what's the word? When they say you're like radicalized by Full Swing. We're gonna have like the chicks of the world now going to Bethpage for the Ryder Cup.
Oh, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be fucking batshit crazy.
Well, that one golfer, Joel Damon or whatever his
Yeah.
name is, became a big star off of this, and now he's struggling.
Yeah.
From what I see in the second season.
That's the one thing about the show I'm very confused about. At one point, Ricky is like 100 in the world in season 2, and Joel Damon's 90. But they talk about Joel Damon like he's the worst golfer in the world.
because Ricky Fowler, when he came up, he probably finished in the top 5, I think, in the first 4 majors of his career.
So he was great in the beginning?
He shot up the board.
No,
and then he fell because he'd been pretty bad for a year. Or
But
so.
100, it's like that should be more of a storyline that you're at 100. But then the thing is, he goes from 100 to like 15 by the end of the season. It's
because
like
he had a good year.
It's like, what the
again.
fuck's
He
going
finally
on?
snapped
Fowler?
out of it. Yeah,
Fowler,
Fowler,
yeah.
got good. Fowler had a good year. I
I
love
never
Fowler.
watched the show. What is it? Just golf?
It just it's
not
behind the
golf.
scenes with golf. Trust me, I fall asleep.
I'm not downplaying. I have no idea what it is.
It's a behind the
They just follow it.
scenes
It's like,
with golfers where they get into them and they get into the behind the scenes of the
It's
the
like
tour.
that football show. that they do
Exactly.
before
Yeah.
It's
the-
QB1 with golf.
But also, there was a lot of good
QB1.
storylines
No, I was
with
thinking
the
about the other
whole.
one, the ESPN, they
30,
pick-
Hard
they-
Knocks?
Hard Knocks.
Oh,
yeah.
it's similar.
Sort
Hard
of, but they
Knocks?
go follow different guys at different points in their career.
Okay.
It's
And
I really
the
enjoyed
PGA
it.
is going through a big transition too, going
Yes,
with
with
the
Live
live
Golf.
golf. So there's a lot of
They
Yeah,
fucked
right,
all
right,
those
right.
guys so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
crazy.
What's that do for the greater good?
I love
yeah.
it. I love it. I want to get tickets to that Ryder Cup early.
There's no way I'm not. I want to work it because then you can get tickets for free, but I don't know if it's too late.
Yeah,
to
but
put
then
in.
you wouldn't go. That's the problem with that.
you
Yeah,
have to
if
work.
I work, because I have to work. Yeah, go.
Let's go work for a day, get fired. And
No,
then,
no, I got it.
You go there, watch it. Like, what are you doing? You're watching. And they get fired. I'm like, well, I already watched it.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
can't take that away from me.
I can't
That's a
take the
great way
experience away.
to
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're not. You don't
Go
even
ahead,
get
fire
paid
me.
for it.
I
It's
already did what I
volunteer
want
work.
to do.
Oh,
Yeah, I already did what I want to do.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I already got it. I already shook fucking Tiger's hand. Blow
Is it
me.
volunteer work? They
Yeah.
don't- yeah, that makes sense.
That's like I take the 7 train to work, and every year for the U.S. Open, so many people sign up for the seasonal work. And on the first day of training, you see all these people on the subway with all this sick Ralph Lauren gear and bags and bags and bags of Dasani and other Coca-Cola product in bottles, like bags of like just fresh bottles. And then you see none of these people again. The
Yeah.
next, like, I'm so curious the retention rate of day 1 to day 2 of hiring. Like,
They
asking
get
to
their
work.
goodie bag and then they're out.
That's literally what it is. Yeah.
That's not a bad idea for you too. Get a nice goodie bag.
I
from
don't
the US
want the
Open.
goodie bag. I want to meet the stars. I don't care about
Oh,
the
you're
other
a-
stuff.
you
You'll
wants to
definitely get fired quick if you start going around trying to meet
Yeah.
stars.
Meet the
Yeah.
stars. I want to
Hey,
talk
what's going on? My name's Chick.
I want to go talk shit
Pleasure
to
to meet you.
like fucking McElroy. Like, you suck, McElroy.
I think you'd be a good caddy.
I would love to caddy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be good, but I would love to do it.
Most things.
Hilarious.
You don't like
Both of them.
McElroy? I like McElroy.
I actually started liking McElroy because of Full Swing. I hated him up until the show.
Especially in season 2.
He's a man of
You
principle.
feel
though.
for him.
Well, yeah, those guys got screwed.
Yeah.
So they had these. So PGA had these guys like vouch for themselves, like, we're gonna, stick by PGA. We're not gonna cross over to Live. They turned down all this money, and then behind all their backs, they fucking
Yeah.
they sign up with Live and
Like, McElroy's out $200 million.
like yeah, it wasn't
That's
a small.
ridiculous.
It was like it was
That'll be a
hundreds of millions of dollars.
That'll be a documentary one day, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
anybody watching who has no idea what we're talking about, just wait because that's going to be a fascinating documentary.
I think a lot of people know what Full Swing is at this point.
Full swing. Yeah,
yeah.
I've heard of it, never seen it, but the Live PGA thing is like that was a big.
That's
big deal. It was
definitely.
a
You're
big
right.
story.
100%
Yeah.
is going to be a 4-part
Oh, yeah.
documentary on PGA versus Live.
Yeah. All right. Anybody? What?
I got nothing.
You sure?
You look like
I'm
you were
back
about
and
to
go.
say
Listen,
something.
I can talk forever. So I mean,
Tell us something. What's going on with
No,
you?
I'm good.
How was your trip? Can we go over your trip at all?
Yeah, it was
or
great.
Was there
Yeah.
anything of note? Like,
I didn't write anything down, but yeah, it was.
did you
great.
see any bald eagles on this trip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where'd you
I saw a
go?
couple bald eagles. I went to North Carolina, just outside
Oh,
Raleigh.
Carolinas, okay.
I spent the day in Raleigh, and which was I've never been there. Like you hear Raleigh. I know all these. Every time I hear a city, I think of the comedy club attached to that city. Just from listening to podcasts and comics plugging. Like, oh, I'll be at Good Nights Raleigh. Like, so I hear Raleigh's. I'm like, oh, there's Good Nights is over there. Like, you pass by, what's the town of Virginia? There's
There's a Funny Bone in Virginia Beach,
Funny,
I think.
Yeah, Funny Bone and
Or Richmond. Richmond.
Yeah,
Punchline.
so like we
Yeah,
passed
yeah,
by Richmond. I'm like, oh, there's a Funny Bone in Richmond. Like I just know all these
Yeah.
clubs based on this city. So
Did you stop at any of them?
no, Joe List was there like a few days before I was. I would have loved to have seen Joe List. I mean, I've seen him live before, but just made to see him like in a.
In a random
And then
place.
be like, hey, I drove down from New York to see you. Act like that's the reason why I'm there.
Well, you're a sweets guy in North Carolina. Did you have any cheer wine?
No.
Cheer wine it kind of tastes
a
like
soda, right?
It's soda. It's like a southern soda. It's one of those things you drink and you understand why diabetes is a problem. It is the most sugar I think I've ever intaken in my
Is it
one
good?
sip.
Wow.
It's kind of like Dr. Pepper, so you just stay away. It's kind of it's like Dr. Pepper
I didn't even
meets
heard
Mountain
of
Dew.
it. Yeah. My
yeah.
buddy lives down there. He didn't hit me to this. Yeah.
It's very much a southern regional thing. I would avoid if you have a sweets.
Yeah,
problem.
and I have a sweets problem, but I'm pretty good with not drinking sweets. I pretty much just drink water at this
okay.
point because I like to eat my sweets. I don't like to drink them.
Yeah.
You know what I compare it to? You ever have a nerve blocker, or you ever go to like surgery and they put like the IV in you to put you to sleep?
No.
I have.
You know the feeling you feel
Shocking.
you feel it go up you.
Yeah.
That's what this
You
cheer
feel
wine.
it,
You
like,
feel like
taking over.
you're like holy shit. You feel it in your veins. It's
wow.
It's such a thick.
Did you
it's
like
that much
quarter
sugar.
waters as a kid?
What?
Quarter
Oh, the
waters?
barrels?
Yeah.
No.
What are they?
Quarter waters.
What's a quarter water?
Why
like-
do you got to make fun of how
It's
I
like
say
the
it?
barrel with like the tin on top.
Thank you for knowing it.
Yeah.
Like you didn't grow up in the 90s.
I don't know. I honestly,
So they looked like mini barrels with the tin foil on the top, and it was just straight colored sugar. Like,
Oh,
you
I do
blue,
know those.
purple, red.
Yeah.
And they were like they
It was
I
a
didn't know
freeze
they were-
pop, not frozen.
that's it. Yeah, they were melted freeze pop.
Exactly.
I didn't know they were called quarter waters.
Because they were quarter for water.
While we're on this, I found it. You ever guys hear of Clear Fruit? You ever hear of Clear Fruit? I went to this. I was in Indiana, and we went to this like dollar store, grocery store. It was a weird spot, and like, do you have any water here? And they go, we got Clear Fruit, and we're like, what's that? It's water with high fructose corn syrup. That's it.
Oh.
250 calories, 60 grams of sugar in their water. It's mind blowing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How good was it?
Oh, I didn't. I said no, thank you. I will pass.
Did anybody that you were with get it?
No. We knew it was. Dude, it's
It's-
diabetes in a, in a
yeah, it's
bottle.
terrible.
I would have tried it.
Of course, but I mean, you know, there's a
I
difference.
mean, you got to try it. That's not like, oh, this is going to be my new drink.
I don't think they sell it in New York. I think that it's probably banned.
Well, it's because it's
banned.
definitely banned.
I would like to try cheer wine because I've heard about that before.
Yeah, if I would have heard about it, I would have just at least tried it. You know?
Yeah, you got to try
Yeah.
everything.
I like to do the thing that I'm, if it's something to do in the city.
One in a
you do
row.
it.
Absolutely. Yeah, you gotta do it.
I want to go to South Carolina real bad. Charleston, that's like
Charleston, it might be
I loved
one of
it.
the best places.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good
I've ever
Civil
been
War
to, yeah.
spots down there, too.
Yeah.
That's stuff
the
that
arch-
interests
it's beautiful.
me.
The architecture, like the color of the houses, just like
Why does that bother?
A lot of
Like,
good plantations.
I had maybe one of the best meals I've had in 10 years in Charleston. A place called Chubby Fish. A buddy of mine who's like in the in the know down there. He's like, oh, as soon as I told him I'm coming, I gotta go to Chubby Fish.
Did you go to Hometown Barbecue?
No,
Can't eat meat.
Okay, sorry.
isn't that in Brooklyn?
No, this is
that's Dinosaur Barbecue. I think.
No, there's a hometown.
Chubby.
bar.
I'm going back down soon, so Chubby Fish. I'll put it on my list.
So it opens at 5. I got there at 4. I was the second. We were the second group in line, and by the time it opened, the line was down the road. So we had to get an hour early just to get a table. It's just like family style. Like you just sit at a big table, like a bunch of people we didn't know sitting there. Just order a bunch of stuff, all to share.
That's so. That could be either a great time or a fucking awful time.
That was great.
good.
Yeah.
No,
Like
that's
we
what I'm
had,
saying.
like there's three. It was like so. It was 3 of us there, so we ended up just talking to each
But
other.
I'm
It's not
saying you
like
get
we're
a
talking-
bad couple. That's just like.
Yeah, everyone was kind of. But then every once in a while, somebody would order something we didn't order, and it'd be like, "Oh, you made a good move right there." Yeah. But that meal was unbelievable. The whole trip was like great food across the board, which is,
That's it.
next time you go to Hometown Barbecue. I'll go to Chubby Fish. We'll compare.
Yeah, next time I
notes.
go, I'll enjoy some meat next time I go.
Am I like a
Yeah.
dark tourist though?
They
Like,
had some-
No
they
one
had
else is
some,
interested in that stuff.
Impossible BBQ stuff, I believe.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I waste my time with that though.
Yeah. If
No,
you're
that's
all
something.
in.
It's a huge thing, like, especially like the graveyards. Like Monique loves to go to. If we pass the graveyard, she wants to go walk around
wants
the
to go in it.
graveyard. So it's like-
Really?
yeah.
There's
It's like
just
it's
so
funny,
much-
like the things I'm like showing her. I'm like, look at this is Rainbow Road, these beautiful houses.
Look at that
And
graveyard.
She's like, oh, it's nice, and then she goes, oh, the graveyard.
Yeah.
You sick bitch.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like the dark shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Anybody get killed here? When I first landed
Yeah.
in Vegas, the first thing I went to from the plane was to Tupac's.
Yes, I
Death
know.
spot.
We know.
Yeah.
We did 7
Took
episodes
like an
on that.
hour and a half.
I'm not judging you, but I have a story I cannot say on a podcast about someone that dragged me to a rapper's grave unknowingly. and I wanted to murder them. And now I know that you're one of these people.
No, not the grave. I would tell you before. I told everybody.
Oh, where they got shot.
He went to
where
the
he got
intersection.
shot. The
kinda-
intersection of
That's kind of
Koval.
cool. That's kind of cool.
Cross that question on my trivia question because I was on there from
Oh, was it?
Adult Baby Early Days trivia game that I've been
We would have
using.
known that.
Some
That
people
was-
go to the grassy
There
knoll.
was
Chuck
two
goes to,
locations. Do you know the second location of Vegas that he went to?
Oh, that's
Oh
right.
yeah, it was a hotel
The
where
mass
everybody
shooting.
the
Yeah,
mass
okay.
shooting.
So they're close.
Yeah.
I went.
Pulse nightclub. Oh, that's Orlando.
No, not that's
Yeah.
Orlando. No, this was where the guy shot from the was it the Mandalay
Yeah.
when he was
You
shooting
were
down
there.
in- But I was in the where they
He
got
just
shot.
stared up at
I
the-
just looked up. It's all boarded
You
off.
felt satisfied with that?
It was
What?
right
You
here.
felt satisfied with that?
But seeing it,
It
yes.
happened right here. I think you told a couple walking by that that's where it happened. Like you like, you remind, like
Conspiracy in
they would have a
American
nice day.
history.
You remind them, hey, there was a massacre happening right here.
right up from that window.
Hey, you see
Yeah,
up
you
there,
walking on
13th
the
floor?
Yeah.
You're walking in crime fucking zero.
Oh God.
I enjoy that stuff.
Yeah. Well,
we all enjoy
we went to the
different
Boone Plantation.
What's that?
That's it was like
It's a slave plantation.
plantations, like where they.
It's a
picked
famous
cotton.
one though. Or
I
is it
mean,
just
I guess it's they book.
It's just
they
a
have like
piece of history.
bus
Yeah.
tours go there, so it's. But
So
it's
it's
wild. Like like you can walk around like the dock where they would like ship the cotton out of, or like where like and then later my buddy Jack took me on a bike tour. Like we went around the coast. I was like, yeah, this is where they ship the slaves in. It was like Charleston was like a main port for
Yeah.
slaves. So there's a lot of history with that stuff there, and like you feel just so like
It's fucked up.
it's it's wild.
It's heavy stuff over there.
Also beautiful. It's like you walk around
But
the
it
Boone
looks
plantation.
unbelievable.
It's like gorgeous gardens, and it's
Yeah.
like oh, this is gorgeous.
Well, somebody was telling me how they went to Germany and they wanted to go to other places and they were like, oh, we were thinking about going to Auschwitz. I said, well, Auschwitz in Poland. And they're like, yeah, but we didn't want to go to a death camp anyway. I was like, that would be the first place I went to if I went to
Yeah, you
Eastern
plan a
Europe.
trip around that. Yeah,
I went to Dachau. I was in Dachau. It's pretty wild.
It's crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I would go to Chernobyl, but you can't right now. I think it's still
It's still unsafe.
It's still, I believe it's still unsafe. Or like you could go there, but you got to like be in and out.
You got to sign a waiver.
Yeah, probably.
yeah, man. Carolina's great.
I would like that's
Yeah,
that's one of the
There's
places
a lot
I
of
want to
hikes in North Carolina around lakes and stuff like that, and then South Carolina was just
All
Charleston.
golf
Is like
courses.
there's so much stuff to do in Charleston. Yeah,
Golf capital of the world too.
It just looks so nice. Looks so nice.
gorgeous. Yeah,
Yeah.
I started collecting stickers. Like I've been buying stickers.
You said
places.
this, yeah.
Did I?
That we talked about stickers, and you said because I bought my niece's stickers from when we went to Terry Black's barbecue.
Yeah.
We went to a bar. He made me walk a
I think
45
postcards are cooler than stickers.
He needed to walk.
So here's the thing. So I bought some stickers from where I were. Not even sometimes they didn't even say anything on it. They were just like goofy pictures, and I know like I got this, but I like to get a location sticker. I don't know what to do with these things.
I'll tell you what to do because I started doing this. I've since stopped. Since if I want to get back into it, I got like a notebook, like a moleskin notebook someone gave me that I never use, and I put the stickers in it, and I put the date next to when I got them and like the location
Just in the book.
in the book,
Like a sticker
you
book.
flip through like a sticker book.
I feel like you ever see like
scrapbook.
one of those like trunks that people just cover in stickers.
Yes.
Or like a piece of furniture.
Please don't do that.
a guitar case.
Or like a frame. Like Monique was like, oh, maybe put it on a frame.
A frame
and just like, and then
picture
just like
would be
something
nice.
like littered with like almost like slightly overlapping pictures. I'm like, that's to me
I
a
like
nice
that.
way
Cool.
to display it.
You should get.
I
like,
did
a
that
big-
with a desk thing in high school up until college. And then I was like, there was literally no more room.
Yeah.
Because it was too much of a mess. So I started the notebook, but I haven't been keeping up.
Yeah, a lot of people put them on computers. I don't want to like put them on the back of my computer. I don't like that look.
Nah, those are cool, but I think for a nice way to do it, I don't like stickers as well. Stickers are smaller, so you could put more in. I like postcards, but I like the frame idea.
But how do you feel
frame's
about
nice.
this? So now I'm like going back retroactively. I'm like, well, I was in Tokyo and I saw some stickers, but I never bought one.
No, you
so
can't do that.
So can I go online and buy a Tokyo sticker? You got to buy it where you
gotta
are.
buy it
Yeah,
there.
it defeats the purpose.
You know what? Unless it's a very hyper specific one, if you're just buying random ones, like if there's one you saw that you regret not buying and you can find it online, I'll give
That's
you
okay.
a pass. But if
Right.
it's just like,
I can tell you,
know.
I'll tell you, I've already bought some. So it's,
Yeah. Well, doesn't count in my book. So
I don't think the notebook thing or the notebook thing's a bad idea. I like a framed picture that you like hang on a wall.
yeah, I want to be able to like see them all at once in a place. I don't know.
It's a nice idea.
We used to have a frame thing with all the Super Bowl tickets. We didn't go to everyone, but it was like a thing we had.
Yeah.
It was every Super Bowl ever and the ticket from it,
I
and
like
it was
that,
just a
yeah.
frame.
I
that
have a
had
lot of
like
my
50.
concert tickets. I've always wanted to try
That's
to
a
make
cool
a frame.
Like you made that thing with the shirts, like something similar like that in a frame picture.
Yeah.
That would be a cool idea. I'm looking at this clock. Sticker up the face of the clock.
Just cover the clock and stickers.
Then put numbers on top.
I got more
maybe.
stickers than I need a
the
big
clock
surface for all
doesn't
these
work?
stickers.
That's
It
going to
just
be on
needs a
Etsy.
battery, yeah.
Someone's going to listen to that, put that idea on Etsy.
Yeah.
Sticker
Yeah.
clock. It's coming.
I can see that.
Sticker clock.
I think I want to make just a T-shirt store on this website. Like, it's so easy. Like, I could just make designs not affiliated with the podcast at all. Just make a bunch of
Your own
designs.
designs.
What?
You can make your own
My
designs.
buddy just
Like I had years ago, I made bumper stickers over there. That was just it just says Brooklyn. You ever see those bumper stickers that says Montauk at the end?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to make bumper stickers that says Brooklyn in the beginning.
Ah, yeah.
And I have a handful of them over there, and I never like sold them anywhere. But I'm always like, you know,
My
just makes-
buddy lives in San Diego. I was literally just talking to him about this before we got here. I was visiting him and his mother, and
That would sell like crazy, by the way.
Brooklyn in the beginning.
Yeah.
I would see if that's even done because that's such a good idea.
It wasn't. I literally I made this bumper sticker 10 years ago, and I didn't find it anywhere.
That
then.
would sell. I would
Yeah.
delete this part of the podcast
And
and
do it.
get on
Yeah.
top of that.
It also
We're gonna
doesn't-
lose our
it also,
producer
like,
to
doesn't look
stickers
good.
now.
I made it tried to make it look exactly like the Montauk. It was like just
Yeah, yeah.
block red letters. But I think it would be. I think the Brooklyn one would look better if you actually make it like maybe the bridge in it, and then like made it like nice. I think would sell better.
Time to
But-
revisit
that's a good way to
that.
do it.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
yeah. So in San Diego, all the towns that are in there have. In each town, there's like over their main street, they have like a sign of what the town is. So he made up his website, and he's selling shirts that take the name of like the city,
gas
and putting-
lamp or whatever it's
whatever
called,
it
right?
is, like
Yeah.
Norwich City or whatever it is, and he has them on shirts. And
Isn't
he
that a
said,
soccer team?
yeah, I'm just saying it is. Fuck.
What?
He threw me all off. I completely
saying it
threw
is-
me off. Fuck, threw you off. No, you said that and it fucking I lost my train of thought. Sorry. No, I'm not.
I just want to
it's the gas lamp district where he's at, right?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry. I didn't want to throw you off.
You did. You completely threw me off. My whole point was he just started doing it, like just selling T-shirts. People would see that he liked them, and he said somebody was like, "Oh, I like that shirt because he made it for himself." And then he's like, "I'll make you one." And then he started. Now he's got like a whole website.
I got Manchester United, San Diego.
That's the end of the pod, folks.
I know. We're wrapping up. Were you making something else? Like you make like a documentary or something
Yeah,
like that?
I made a documentary that it's like in like the film festival circuit.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about like I filmed a joke a bunch of times. There's also a note from my mom. She goes, "Well,
Is this the rewrite thing?
rewriting, yeah,
This-
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
okay, so that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how is it a short? Is it like a full?
it's like 17 minutes
Yeah?
now. Yeah.
Okay.
It kept getting cut down and cut down. The final version is like 17 minutes and 30 seconds.
So it's the
something like
birth of a joke and then the working of it
that.
until
The
you get it.
first time, yeah, through the 75th time, and it's like I built in a callback. Its thing is it's not funny. The joke like
it's for comedy nerds.
it's
who
for
wanna see-
comedy.
yeah.
Yes, it's like, Joke World. It's like
No.
a YouTube channel. They picked it up, and actually, I don't want to talk about this at all because I took it off YouTube to go back on the film festival thing. But
That sounds interesting.
no, it's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool. It's more interesting than funny.
Yeah,
like, I feel bad.
I
like,
agree.
It plays at festivals, and
Yeah,
they'll be
listen,
like,
you can't listen to a joke over and over again, and before like
Exactly.
the sixth time, you're like, I fucking hate this joke.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you love it the first time, but it would be interesting to see how the response of it is, how you work with it,
Yeah.
and like if you can make it different, like
It's
if
like the
it's how it
Aristocrats.
changes. I was just saying the same thing. Like, it's a risk.
That was
yeah.
funny.
oh, it changes big time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
It's definitely more interesting than funny. But like at this show we did where it played,
I love sitting next to you while it was playing, and you're just crawling underneath the seat.
going into myself. But what's it like? I opened with I was like, you guys want to hear about my uncle that was a priest? That's what the joke's about.
Yeah.
And you can just hear him go, I'm fucking joking. I'm not gonna tell you the joke for the 76th time tonight. You know.
Yeah.
But it'll be back on YouTube eventually. It's cool. People.
Is there like a disclaimer up front, like this is a movie, this is a film about a joke, and the film is not funny? Like I would,
No.
I would like just like maybe like the subtle people give them a little bit more of an expectation of what they're getting into, like a title card up
The
front.
thing is, I don't think it matters to know it's not funny if you're watching on YouTube.
Right.
If you're watching it in a theater where people are like thinking they're gonna laugh,
Yeah.
When it's called a comedy.
you're mistaken.
Yeah.
That's but I think if you're just watching it by yourself, it's enjoyable. But like if there's pressure on you to laugh, it's not gonna do it for you.
Yeah.
I can't wait till you let me be on one of your movies, though.
Well, next thing, I told you after the last
That's
one.
what I said.
this
Next
one-
time, I'm ready.
There was no parts in this one. It was
No, listen, it's fine. Whenever you need somebody, I'm here. I'm
got
not going
you.
anywhere.
I got you. You're good. You're a character actor. I got
He
you.
is a character. He's a character actor. He would be great. You find something, write him in.
Just write me in. Just get me the part.
Absolutely.
All right. You have anything else you want to plug?
I have nothing on the calendar, and I can't wait. I'm gonna take a month.
Isn't
and just
that
do
nice?
Fucking nothing. I'm gonna be working on this stuff, like the clips and my own pod. But like as far as traveling, I am just doing nothing.
Laying low.
Yeah.
All right.
Writing new jokes.
Well, you got the podcast.
Oh yeah. Oh, if you like me on this podcast, everybody, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Kyle Mara.
Mm-hmm.
I got a pod up there. I got some other short film stuff. Give it a look.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I was a guest on it.
You were.
I loved it.
People liked
I
the
enjoyed
episode.
It.
Yeah.
It was fun. Again, I apologize for screwing up your intro.
Careless.
That night you did. And
So, yeah. I don't believe that you could.
no, I don't believe that he doesn't.
Well, he's being very careful to say "I could care less," which is it's not the saying. It's frequently missaid. It's the saying is "I couldn't care less."
Yeah.
Because to say I could care less means
Well,
I
you caught
care.
that. You caught that. Good.
So
No.
you're slyly sneaking in. I could care less, and then he says like, "Oh, thank you so much." And you go, "No, I said I could care less," which means
Yeah.
I cared quite a bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
fine. It does not. It may not even make it, so it doesn't matter.
Well, listen, whatever. I appreciate you letting me be a part of it. I really
Appreciate
do.
you having me.
And you got me out of my comedy funk, by the way, because I told you I was, and we talked about in the last
I thought he was
episode.
going to kill himself last time I saw him.
By the way, the last episode that I talked about being depressed. It's good to know people listen because I had so many people reach out and be like, "Are you
Did you?
okay?" Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that felt good. So people do listen to this
That's good.
podcast. But yeah, because I met with you about that. I was just in bed, and that show kind of that show got me back. I'm back,
Love
baby.
to
I'm
hear it.
writing new jokes. I'm ready to go.
Good.
Oh,
Sick.
oh, can I promote? I have a show this Friday at Alibi.
Yes.
Come out. I'd love anybody to come out. I need people to come out. To be honest,
Maybe I'll come hang out.
Friday 8 o'clock.
I have a quick question before we go. Any of you guys play Wordle?
No,
Wordle?
I hate
no?
Wordle.
New York Times?
I
No,
did.
New York
I
Times
did.
games
Somebody-
connections?
Somebody was just talking. Were you
It's so
talking to
much
me
fun.
about Wordle?
No, I just thought. I mean, no, yeah, it doesn't matter. I just want to know if like anybody who listens, like if you play Wordle, it gives you option to share results. And it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you share. Like I just got my friend Jack into playing one of the games.
all right.
So it's like it's like a communal thing. I'm like, should I be sending my Wordle results with you guys or not?
Maybe
So
I'll get back
keep it
into
to I'll
Wordle.
keep it to myself.
Because I've been doing I know we keep trying to end. I've been doing the bingo.
Oh, enough about bingo.
I play online bingo.
Online bingo. So I've been playing the the crossword, which I could never play.
I play Monopoly Go. That's my game.
I always thought it was
Monopoly.
too dumb to play crosswords, but on the apps you can have the auto check that if you put a wrong letter or word in, it automatically tells you like that's not it. So then don't waste your time with that. So I can play on an easy version.
That's good.
Yeah, but part of the Patreon would be like we'll share each other's game results on
Game
the
results?
on the Patreon.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I
crush
love
it,
that.
Monopoly Go.
All right,
All
guys. If you made it this far, we really appreciate you. Kyle Mara, thank you for coming on, being
Thanks
a part
for
of the
having
pod.
me. Yeah, man.
And,
Been too long.
Yeah, it has been.
It has been.
We'll have you back. All right. What are you doing in the camera?
I'm mugging to the camera.
All right. Bye, guys.